since people are, hostile to men in general, it definitely shows up in law enforcement. Now, I'm going to show you 3 examples why men despise the police, right? Men hate the police for good reason. Here's a case which angered me the most of a wife that is poisoning her husband with bleach. He shows the evidence, and the police don't want to do anything about it. So let's start off.
First-degree homicide.
Oh, just a minute. Back up a bit. There we are.
A military wife is now charged with attempted first-degree homicide after her husband allegedly caught her on camera pouring bleach into his coffee maker.
See, now he's shown that the way she's behaving tells anyone watching this that she's putting something that she knows she shouldn't be putting in there, right? And he even tests for bleach. Let's see. Where is it? Proves she's trying to poison him, 455. The fact that the police didn't do anything about this right away really pissed me off.
The man later told law enforcement he prepared his coffee every evening so that in the morning he just needed to turn it on to make his coffee. He alleged between the time he set up his coffee and the following morning, Feliciano Johnson tampered with the machine. Video seemingly captures this, showing Feliciano Johnson checking to see if the coffee maker has been prepared before grabbing something from under the sink and pouring it into the machine.
That looks like bleach to me, does it not, everyone? Does that not look like bleach? Right. So the police are seeing this. Let's see how they behaved, right? Please do it. 9/4/54. Here we are. 9/54. Get up here. Right about here.
One month later, in late June, the family returned to the United States and was stationed at an Air Force base in Tucson, Arizona. At that point, additional cameras were set up. Video captures Feliciano Johnson pour something into the coffee pot and look over her shoulder to see if anyone is watching. By early July, her husband reported his findings to the Tucson Police Department. Court documents state he, quote, showed the officers at the front desk the video, but since you could not clearly see what she was pouring into the coffee maker, the report was taken with no follow-up.
No follow-up, see? Now, it's obvious what was going on there. You can see it, and the police didn't want to follow. You know why? Because the police, being men, don't care about this man. If she poisoned him, they'd just say, oh, who cares? This one angered me the most. When the police find a man in trouble, a lot of times their attitude is, who cares? He's not a citizen. And all you guys, notice this guy's a military man. He basically acted like a passport bro. He joined the military to build up his status, to bribe a woman into his life. And the woman took the bribe with the understanding she was going to kill him and take the money out. She never loved him. I'm just letting you guys know, you military guys and you passport bros. There's nothing you can do that'll make women love you or respect you, okay? So there's that. Now we'll get into this young man who, let's face it, was kidnapped by the police. Mr. Pink and Yellow was very smart. He says, I would say they falsely arrested, but he said, no, it's really a kidnapping. This young guy was pulled over by the police. He was obviously not drunk in any way, and the police officer detained him anyway. It's a way of wasting your time. It's sadism, right? So let's get into what's going on here. And this is a white guy, so you can't claim racism, right?
After he says he was arrested for an OWI while he was completely sober.
When he accused me of being drunk, that's when I got really confident because I knew it was going to go one way and it was going to go my way.
19-year-old Taven Galanakis is a freshman at William Penn University, where he's a wide receiver for the school's football team. But on the weekend of August 28th last year, he was about an hour north in his hometown of Newton, Iowa.
See, guys, he's white, he's clean cut, he's a university student. None of that matters. this disgusting lowlife joined the police force because he likes to abuse people. And this doesn't happen to women. I don't know any woman was stopped over and asked for a breathalyzer. This guy asked for a breathalyzer. In fact, let's see, I probably have it. Okay. Accuses him of being drunk when he knows he isn't. 304. Let's get there. That's 304. We'll start back up a bit. He asked him that.
Gallinakas into the front seat of his squad car.
How much have you had to drink tonight?
I've had nothing to drink.
Okay. Why would your eyes be watery and bloodshot?
Do you want to blow me real quick?
I don't want to blow you.
Well, I told him that. I said, "Hey, blow me," and then he turned it into something sexual right after.
Exactly. He's hostile. This guy was hostile to this young man because he was a young man, right? He knew exactly what he was doing, right? He knows exactly what the guy meant when he said, "Do you want to blow me?" And of course, he turned to sexual because he's hostile. Now, officer lies about his impairment, 632. Let's get up here. I'll put this stuff in the description box. You guys can watch it yourself.
Very strong signs of impairment.
Officer Winters finally performs a breathalyzer test.
All right, what I want you to do is make a tight seal around this, blow outwards like you're blowing up. Okay? Cool. All right. You ready? Yep. Okay, you can relax. So I'm gonna read you Miranda. Okay, right now you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can.
It's zero. He has zero impairment, and he's going to reach. See, he wanted this to take this young guy in no matter what, and he stopped him over what? Like if you've watched the first of it, it was just because he had his brights on. He had one of his taillights, one of his headlights were out, so he used his brights. Right. That's all it was. And he was completely respectful to this officer. So he just doesn't like his face.
While Officer Winters does not
Take a look at those zeros.
tell Gallinakas the results of the test, the zeros can be seen on the body camera video. After that, he asked Gallinakas when the last time he smoked weed was.
Okay, so he realizes he can't get him on the alcohol. So he goes for some other impairment. He's not impaired, right? Matter of fact, the young guy was even asking for it. You know, he was making him go through all these hoops. Sorry about that. YouTube ads are really run amok. But in any event, so you could see this, and they do end up arresting him. And I think he's going to sue them. I hope he does.
And I get taken back to the department. At that point, you know, it's real life. It's not a prank.
Gallinakas is taken to the Newton Police Department where he continues to maintain his sobriety.
After he gets he made me blow it.
A drug recognition expert later determined Gallinakas was not intoxicated at the time he was pulled over. Gallinakas requested the body camera video after his arrest and decided to post it to social media. Gallinakas's edited body camera video now has more than 1 million views on YouTube.
When I posted the video to Facebook and all of that, the whole town was telling me about their similar, you know, experiences and all that.
Similar experiences, right? And it's always guys. It's always guys. These young guys mind their own business. The police abuse them. He made him jump through all these hoops, right? When he knew he was sober. So there's that. And this one is, to me, the worst one was the poisoning, but this one's really bad. Some young fella, as you can see, is pulling a prank, and these officers beat him up.
From the parents of the teenager who police say was brutally assaulted by a Delaware state trooper. That state trooper is being charged with multiple felonies for the alleged assault. The 15-year-old was one of two teenagers police say were attacked by the trooper.
One or two, holy shit. And by the way, we used to, when I was a kid, we used to pull that prank too, knock on someone's door and run and waste their time. I know we're being pains in the ass when we did that, but this does not. It doesn't justify him getting beaten up by adults.
Started after one teenager kicked the state trooper's front door. NBC 10 Delaware reporter Tim Furlong has the latest.
So I just want him held accountable for his actions, and I will never see this happen to nobody else.
This woman's son was dragged out of his house by law enforcement who mistakenly thought her son was involved in the August front door kick on Trooper Dempsey Walters' house. Trooper
Wow, they had no right to enter this guy's home, as far as I know.
Walters now charged with multiple felonies for calling other law enforcement agencies back in August to go after the kids he believed were involved and for assaulting both he and the boy who actually did kick his door. A prank.
And notice he called the other guys in. So you can't just say this is one bad apple. This is a coordinated effort by multiple officers.
Prosecutors say when troopers found 15-year-old Jade, they forcefully put him on the ground, and then when Walters arrived, they say it's on camera when he dropped a knee into his back and then later turned off his body camera and punched Jaden in the face while he was sitting handcuffed in a police cruiser. The camera actually—
Yeah, see, this is why I'll watch a lot of these police body cam videos, and the police always say, "Oh, we've got this all on camera. We've got to have it." Blah blah blah. But notice when these guys really want to go to town, they turn the cameras off. So that doesn't mean anything.
actually did record the punch that broke his orbital bone and gave Jade a concussion.
Jaden just went back to school last week, but he is still recovering from headaches, so he's in and out of the nurse's office daily.
Trooper Walters is a 29-year-old member of the state police and is now suspended without pay.
29. He looks like he's 38. So he's suspended by the pay. Well, how come he's not behind bars? That's what people, who am I kidding? Guys get angry, right? Guys get angry because becoming a police officer is carte blanche to commit crimes. This guy's a criminal. Because he was wearing a badge, he was allowed to get away with his criminality.
Payne is said to be fired. The leaders of the state police say they knew right away to send a video to the attorney general's office, but lawyers for the family still want to know how a prank led to such a massive police response from multiple agencies. Why a response?
Multiple agencies. Exactly. So they fired this guy, but that does not solve the problem, does it?
Why a state police helicopter? Why such violence? How did no other trooper or officer step in and question why they were all taking it this far? The family's lawyers don't believe there is this type of response if it wasn't a prank on a law enforcement officer's home. They also say Jaden didn't even know it was a trooper's house, and they say they believe the boys were held far too long without medical attention and without being charged because law enforcement officers needed time to hash out what was happening.
And they kept them there for a half an hour while they attempted.
Yes, so it's kidnapping, it's assault. These are criminals. And these are the people that we depend on to look after us. And it's not we the people, it's the male people. We're the ones who are in danger. These guys don't go and beat up on teenage girls. This is a men's issue. I want to show you what little grovelers these police are when they're up against a female suspect. And this woman is actually guilty of something. Those guys were innocent. Now just listen to how much they grovel to this woman.
What's your driver's license and your insurance card? Ma'am. Just an accident. Don't turn this into something else. You were involved in an accident. You gotta come off of that. You gotta come off of that, okay? You were involved in the accident. We have to take your information. What's your first name? Don't turn this into something that you don't need it to be, okay? Let me tell you something.
By the way, guys, this goes on for a while. I know it's hard to get through, but this is to demonstrate just how much of a bootlicker these cops are to women.
Ma'am, we need to take, I already explained it to you. We need your driver's license and your insurance card, or what's gonna happen is you're gonna end up going to jail. I already explained, do you want me to explain it to you for the third time? Okay, you were involved in an accident on South Haines Street.
A police officer shouldn't be explaining something more than twice. Now, this is third time, and he will keep doing this.
Left the scene of that accident. We have your license plate. You have damage to your vehicle. We need your driver's license and your insurance card for the accident report, and then we can send you on your way. If you refuse that, you can go to jail. So it's your choice. I'm just asking for your driver's license and your insurance card. That's all you gotta do. You have that on you? The one-
Okay, she's doing it again. Okay, and you said explain for the third time. Now he's going for 4.
Oh, then, now, you don't have to keep doing this. How about this? I need your driver's license, your insurance card, or you're gonna go to jail. I already explained to you the reason. So I need your.
I'm not going to put you guys through anymore. This cowardly woman worshiper argues with this woman for, well, how many minutes? Look how many minutes it's going before they finally force her out. And this is why women behave this way towards police. Hey, she's a black woman. He's a white man. You could see him right here, right? In the reflection. These black women are not afraid of white police officers because white police officers, the men at least, are little bitches to all women, women of all races. And this is why I despise police too. So I think I've proven my point. Please tell me what you think in the comment section. Oh, by the way, everyone, share my videos, please. Sorry to have to do that, but really our message, the pro male message, is not going to get out unless people share it. YouTube suppresses this stuff. But anyway, I'm going to end off saying, screw the police. Thank you.